Hello everyone, Sen Knight here, and I'm joined by Nine Finger Games, or actually Stevie. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. We're gonna have some fun.
Hey, thank you for hosting, and thank you for doing this. This is great.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. So Zapling Bygone is actually a game that's not out yet. There is a demo on Steam, but I think there's actually a reason we're doing this today. Care to actually explain to chat what we're actually going to do tonight?
Yeah, sure. Zapling Bygone is currently on Kickstarter, and the part of the Kickstarter, I'm doing a bunch of events for the community. One of these events is a speedrunning contest of the demo. This demo is like a blind run when you're not speedrunning is probably like 45 minutes. So I expect maybe 30 minutes. We'll see though. This is is one of the speedrunners having a problem on the left?
Yeah, I think I see some problems for sure. Let's just hope this go. Okay, yeah, we definitely have a little problem here. That should be fixed quite soon. Let me give it a check.
Anyway, it's an alpha demo, so there might be some issues. I'm hoping the issues don't last too long, or we don't get too unlucky. The game, like I said, is in alpha, so we do expect some problems, but hopefully not too many.
Yep, I see everything should be all right now. So
okay, he's just started, and he's only a few seconds behind, really, so that's all good. Should even out. I'll post a link to the Kickstarter in chat. It has a free demo, and the contest is available to everyone. You do not have to back the Kickstarter to take place in the contest. The reward for the contest is you get a statue placed in the game and your name and your credits, as well as a beta key.
Yes, but maybe we should talk a little bit more about what Zapling Bygone is. Obviously, this is a 2D platformer. You would get a vibe probably similar to a Super Metroid, and something similar that's definitely like a Metroidvania. It's actually really interesting because you have some kind of a Mega Man here as well, where when you kill a boss, you actually steal their skull, and it gives you like new abilities, or it unlocks some of the story as well. That's actually very interesting.
Yeah, so the story behind Zapling as a being is he's an alien, and he's like an alien hive mind, and when he kills a boss, and makes contact with any kind of deceased corpse, he transfers its consciousness to the hive mind, and that creates some really weird dilemmas where you've just killed a boss, and then suddenly you are part of the boss, and the boss is part of you, and you have really conflicting interests and desires, as you'd expect.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see some of that actually, even in the demo. There is actually one part where it's a little bit. I felt a little bit bad, but all for the speed. I can't wait to see what these guys are gonna do once they realize what the first bus gives you. But that's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. What I really like also about the game is the ambiance. It's very low music. Very simple. Again, you're gonna get that vibe from Super Metroid, where the game is a little bit scary because no music, and then it just starts when something scary happens. I really like the vibe that you're definitely like alone, stranded on a planet that doesn't want you to be here.
Thank you. Yeah, the ambience and the sound is something that in game development I was completely new to. Like I do programming. When it comes to sound, I'm useless. So I'm happy you said that.
because we need to talk about that though. It's actually, as far as I know, a one-person project, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go on.
I have one person who is helping me with some sound effects, and like he made one track so far. He's a great guy. He's called Anders. I don't know if he's here. The song you hear in the trailer will be the song he made.
Oh, very nice. I also like the fact that this game is you get a little bit of a vibe like those a little bit harder platformers. But what I like about it is you definitely get in and out of the action extremely fast. Like even Mandalord here just died, so you can only take 4 hits, so you can die very fast in this game, especially when you don't know yet what you're doing. You're back into the action in a matter of seconds, and the game is not necessarily unfair either. Like you're not gonna get, it's not gonna get as hard as like a Super Meat Boy or something like that. So there is definitely some exploration to it, so it's really nice also.
Yeah, the point you made about dying and respawning really quickly, one of the things I really tried to implement is making sure that there's the player's always in control. Even dialogue doesn't stop you being able to control. That casual seems to be having a problem, and I think I know what the issue is. Sometimes on controller, and to do with where the Steam keybinds are set, when you jump, there's no toggle of how high to jump, so I think you get stuck there.
Yeah, I've ran across that problem. I just used a keyboard when it happened to me, and then it was pretty fine. I'm sure she's gonna, figure it out. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit scary. During that time, Mandalore gets attacked by the Rat King, and just making sure that he makes rocks fall onto your head, and you kind of need to. It's like a little escape sequence. I really like it.
I see Thalfun in chat. It's an alpha demo, I would call it. It's to support the Kickstarter. It's kind of like a vertical slice.
Yeah, exactly. These kinds of games are exactly what I really like. Indie development is, in my opinion, where the cool ideas appears and get created. I have nothing against AAAs, but they generally don't want to take risks. Whereas this game definitely goes out of his way to just create, obviously, an ambience that might have been seen before, but the idea of combining that with killing a boss gives you its skull, and then you get nukes for power up is really, really interesting. And Stevie definitely made something interesting here and is still in the process of making it even cooler. So why not join the Kickstarter campaign if you can afford it, of course. Just if you want to see more of that and see this game become even like a full-fledged game, and definitely give it a shot for sure.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to say there's some events and stuff that are happening part of the campaign. One of them being the speedrun competition. You do not have to back to take part in anything. If you're not in a financial position to back, doesn't matter. You can still have fun and join the community and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you just said it, but just to refresh my memory, you win. Is that the part where you actually win the potential making a boss skull or something like that, or that's one of the backers?
That's one of the backer rewards.
Yeah.
What you get for potentially becoming first place in the speedrun competition that's lasting a week from today, you will unlock the ability to design, or have me design, a statue to place in the full game that references you, as well as your name in the credits.
Oh, that's actually so cool. So it'll stay in the game forever, and everybody can know that at that time you were the fastest.
Yeah.
That's actually really nice. During that time, we see Mandalore is actually fighting Rat King. That boss is not easy for sure. He goes a little bit. He goes really fast, and I like how crisp the movements are in this game. So, it's easy to overshoot your movement, but at the same time, it's you move so quickly that if you want to not be there anymore, it's really easy to just sadly.
Ouch. Yeah, he was actually really close to killing him then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He also skipped a checkpoint, so it's quite a big reset for him.
Oh yeah. And that's the type of thing that obviously as a speedrunner you get to learn, and you don't make those mistakes. Again, you're gonna route, and then your gameplay is gonna get a lot better. But they are completely blind, and I think I did touch on that, and I think you did as well, Stevie. But this is Before You Run, and Before You Run is a show where I actually pit two people against one another in a speedrun setting, but they have actually never played the game. So this is not just a speedrun, it's just routing on the fly and trying to go as fast as you can, beating your opponent, but also at the same time learning how to go fast and where to go and stuff like that. I really enjoy seeing people route on the fly and try to be as quick as they can, and that's definitely why Before Your Run is such a fun concept to me. And yeah,
It's a really cool combination of a Metroidvania too, right? Because they're trying to work out where to go, and it's kind of the opposite of a Metroidvania. The Metroidvania is about like exploring and slowly kind of figuring out what's going on, but then there's a speedrun aspect where you're trying to go fast and like conflict with that game mechanic where it's trying to get you to explore, but you don't want to explore, you just want to go fast. So
yeah, exactly.
it's
And if
fun.
you did, a normal speed run, then you would know where everything is, so there would be no need for exploration. You would probably have played the game casually once before, so that's super fine. But here, they kind of need to, take risks, and explore a little bit, but just don't go looking for secrets. Just move forward. So there is an HP bar. Like I said, you can take 4 hits generally. Every time you kill an enemy, there's also a red bar that goes up on just below the HP bar, and that HP bar, that red bar, sorry, you can spend to recover 1 of your 4 health. So that's why you hear sometimes the sound. It's actually because they spend their red bar to heal.
Yeah, if you played Hollow Knight, it's got a very similar healing system where it only gives you 1 extra bar. It's a bit more punishing.
Yeah. Trying to heal during combat, not exactly easy. That Rat King is definitely being a pest here, and sadly, yeah. And I really like the bus design. It's just challenging enough that I really had to, I played the game, obviously, the demo, and I was really bad at it. And it was a lot of fun to try and go fast-ish, to try to experience the game as both the runners would. And that was, bus design is really nice. I really like how I could control myself pretty well, but it was a little bit scary, obviously, to lose progress and obviously time. But yeah, the Rat King I really enjoyed out, and we might see it later on. But there's also like the I don't know if it's actually a boss you have to beat. I'm pretty sure you do, but the rat with the cart, that encounter is awesome.
That's completely optional, that fight.
Oh yeah, okay. It was so much fun though.
Yeah, thank you. It was actually quite a pain to develop that. You see Mandalord on the left here. When he dies, he's having to do quite a long run back. There's actually a checkpoint above the Rat King, with the Rat King's arena here. If you jump up where the Rat King fell down, and there's a shortcut to respawn quickly. Obviously, that's information that he has no idea because he's never played the game before, as you'd expect.
Yes, exactly. I actually didn't get to understand that when I was playing, and I'm really happy to see this on Mandalord's stream. He's actually hitting the projectiles from the boss, and that does give him a red bar, so he can heal a little bit more. So that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really clever. That's something I haven't even thought about doing. It also does make the projectile do no damage if it hits you if you hit the projectile first.
So even if it gets through you, that's fine. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's actually probably even better than dodging it, thinking about it.
Yeah. You might try to find a good time to try and heal, but you just don't want to pay for it with, like, lose more than what you actually there we go. There we go.
On the right, it's getting very lost.
There we go. There we go. And then some violence ensues.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And then we're gonna get to see something very interesting. We're gonna get to see our first skull. That's a okay, he gets it. Nice. That's a shortcut to come back, so that's not where it wants to go. And there we go. Save point. Excellent. Oh, he got the ability, but he didn't get the
I was watching the other streamer, he got the ability and not the skull, right?
Not the skull, yeah. Okay, at least he gets back here, so that's fine. Alright, excellent.
Oh no, the ability's still there. So the ability's above him now? Yeah, the little arrow.
Oh. There you go. So that's the cling one, right? There you go. So now they can actually cling on walls and jump from there, so you can get much higher and get to areas you could not go to previously, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, classic Metroidvania style where you find an area you can't get to, and then you realize that you get an ability that allows you to go past that area.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it makes movement much more interesting as well. Once you develop that, you see you can get on top of that block very easily, which would have been much more of a problem earlier on, but now doesn't even matter. There we go.
Looks like that casual's gonna have his first boss fight soon on 1 HP.
Ooh, that's gonna be scary. I hope she actually get to explore a little bit more and see that save point you were talking about. It's on the top, right?
Uh-huh. It's on the top, and the reason it's way quicker to get to that checkpoint is you can ride that minecart back and forth to make it way quicker to get in and out of the checkpoint.
Yeah, she had the right idea in mind, but she actually failed still, and now, yeah, let's fight with only 1 health, and he actually comes pretty quick.
Yeah, he does.
So when you don't know, but now she knows, so that's good. Learning, she can actually realize that she needs to be on guard and ready to jump once he actually joins the fray. Yeah, pretty nice. So they're not too far behind. Like, it really obviously depends on how fast that casual can beat the Rat King boss, but other than that, I mean, yeah.
Mandalore is also going the well, I wouldn't say the wrong way, because it's Metroidvania, you can go whatever way you want, but
Yes.
the way that's not optimal. So if that casual makes a different decision,
Yes.
you could easily catch up.
Yeah, he gets the exact same idea that as I did. Do some exploration, use that new ability, and you don't necessarily know where is the next section, obviously, because first time you play. But the next section is at the very beginning, so you need to use that new ability on like the second screen or something. Okay. All right. So she's got 3 health now. Exploring a little bit what the boss can do, learn its abilities. Oof.
Yeah, I think that casual plays games very similar to the way I play games. That sounds like I'm saying they're bad, because I'm bad. They're not bad at all. It's just the way that they focus on trying to like figure out the boss's movesets and strategies first, and then nail it in one shot after that.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to power through instead of just maybe taking a little bit more of your time. But you know, speedrunning can't take your time. So actually, if you need to learn, you need to learn on the fly, and that's always a skill set that I appreciate a lot. And I think it's really cool to discover, see people. You know, speedrunning is obviously most of the time a finished product. People will like practice for months, and then you're gonna see how good they are now, which is cool. I really like that. But I mean, we have all been casual at some point, and then we became a little bit more practice, and then we became proud of our times. But like, I mean, we all passed through that, so I really like to see that live.
I'm not sure if I mentioned as well, if we get time after this run, these 2 runners, one of the people from my community called Mr. Butter, he's currently second on the leaderboard for the speedrun of this demo, and he would like to jump in and show right at the end someone who is obviously this game and a hell of a lot more than these 2 runners. Just show you some of the tricks and the optimum route to take.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be a lot of interest. It's going to be very interesting to see, you know, what you can achieve in that. Like, for how long did the demo? Is it on Steam? Like,
yeah, it's been on Steam for maybe 2 months.
Okay.
But it's constantly evolving since before the Kickstarter, because I was getting people to play it and give feedback. So that means the route kept changing and the mechanics kept changing. So it's kind of like an evolving process.
Oh, she gets it. She's on the top now, and that save point is going to be able to help.
It really will. If she keeps going left. She realized you can use the minecart.
Hey, that's speed. You want speed. There you go.
I originally made that mechanic as a joke, and then I kept it so it was actually very useful for moving about.
Obviously, going faster, always fun.
I do wonder if any of these runners are going to end up meeting the rat twin boss, because it's completely optional, so they might just not even find them.
Which one you mean?
the rat twins, the one.
Yeah.
The one you
Oh, that
mentioned
one
before.
is so cool. It's fine if they skip it because they really should. I mean, speed is important. But if they do get to see it, I'm gonna be so happy because I don't know. It's so weird and it's so nice. Like I don't know. It's got a weird vibe to it, and I was absolutely charmed when I see it the first time. I was like, yes, perfect. That's what I want to fight.
It's definitely a more interesting fight.
Like it's important you get the Rat King first because obviously it's learning like how the game works and stuff like that. But then the Rat Twins is such a goofy yet so much fun. But
Goofy's the best description.
So there's actually like the bosses they need to clear here. It's actually 2 bosses, right?
Yeah.
All right, and there she does it.
Nice.
All right, that casual clears the Rat King, and they are actually on even ground in some kind of a sense. Obviously, Mandalore's got a lot of exploration done. That if she gets to do as well, will give a big advantage to Mandalore for sure. But if she doesn't, then Mandalore and that casual might not be too far apart.
Yeah, at this point, they're really neck and neck because, like you said, as long as that casual doesn't spend as much time exploring or going the wrong way as Mandalore has, very easily catch up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Will she get to take the arrow? There we go. And there you go. Cling is now part of her arsenal. She'll be able to jump from walls, and we are much more neck and neck than we were a few seconds earlier, so that's good. Will they actually try and change their skull at some point? That'd be very interesting, especially in that zone. That makes it so that's where you want to use it if you're gonna.
So because the description on that Cling ability is so short, a lot of people they don't realize that you can actually just walk and up and down walls as well, and they think it's just like a wall jump. So
yeah, I didn't catch that. So you mean that once you're clinged, you can actually go up and down without jumping from it?
Yeah, you can literally it's just as fast as jumping. You can just hold up and you just run up the wall as fast as you run like horizontally.
Very nice. Right. Back to exploration. Yeah, that casual remembers that section with all the minecarts. So if she wants to get back to the earlier section, which is actually where she needs to go, even though she wouldn't know, that's probably the fastest way to do it. And so, yeah. All right. So, that little section's got a secret in it. But yeah, that one is really interesting because you gotta make those jumps. They were pretty tight, is what I'm trying to say, and that's pretty nice.
Yeah, there's a reason I put that checkpoint right above that area, because you're going to die 100 times trying to do that.
I did.
Unfortunately, that casual didn't take the checkpoint, or didn't reactivate the checkpoint.
Did he actually change skull? I said his skull changing animation, but I think it shows the same one again. Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Alright, so this seems to be a section that's going to be released later on, so some kind of a... on the full release of the game, come back here, you're gonna get the next section, I assume.
It's a secret that will unveil during the Kickstarter.
Oh, interesting.
That timer is counting down in minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, in minutes.
So that's actually very interesting, but not much to do here this time, so they can actually go back. And Mandalore is getting pretty close to where the next section is, so he might actually take an interesting and commanding lead soon. Well, maybe we'll actually go explore that top right corner, which is not exactly where he needs to go, but, I need to decide against it.
A lot of players do actually get stuck here because right at the beginning of the game, spoilers, I'm about to tell you where he should be going, which it looks like he's on the right track.
Yes.
Right at the beginning of the game, you see that area where you can't climb up, where it goes red. That's the prime route to take. Once you've got that walking ability, that is the route that you should be taking if you're trying to go super fast. But it's very easily forgettable. A lot of players get stuck here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's fine you get stuck because obviously Metroidvania, you want to explore, discover new abilities, perks, and stuff like that you don't necessarily need to have, but are nice to have, right? So I did get an ability that make it so when I hit enemies, I would knock them back further away. So that was pretty cool. But I assume there's a lot more hidden throughout even the demo, right?
Yeah, there's I actually don't know off the top of my head how many, but there's quite a few all hidden about. I don't I haven't hidden them before you get that walking ability, because I wanted to keep the player focused and not really confused. But once which both players have got that walking ability, it gives you access to being able to find way more collectibles and way more charms, which like you said, modify gameplay. One of my favorite charms is a little thing that you carry around that zaps enemies for you. And, like, you carry it with a tentacle. Mandalord's getting involved in the lore. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't exactly know if these things unlock stuff, so you kind of need to talk to them, but obviously, they actually don't. It's just the lore as far as I know, right? Nothing is like locked behind it.
No, nothing's you don't have to interact with any dialogue if you don't want to. It's all the lore in this game is kind of optional. It's kind of like Dark Souls in that way, where it's got a story to tell, but you can completely ignore the story if you want and still have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
There is actually a map, but it doesn't show. There's no prompt to show you that there's a map, so you literally have to stumble across the button. Bit silly game design right there, but everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, but it's still very interesting, going alone at, game design is always going to become complicated, complex, and it's nice that, create a small community, listen to people's feedback, and they'll think about things that you might just not think. The first time you just design something, you just think, oh, that's fine, it works, I know it works. But then somebody, without the experience or knowing what you know, they'll just go with, oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that section, I don't remember what it unlocks. Is that the twin fight? But it's a scary one. I remember dying there a lot on that casual side with the plants that would be on top and bottom. Your jump's got to be perfect, and obviously, you got to practice this. And yeah, that section. Yep, saving her game here is going to help a lot if she wants to try it out.
Definitely a good idea.
Practicing her jump height, and there we go. So then you need to make like a 3/4 jump. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, that's
this part was so mean of me. So mean.
It is, but it's really cool. If you have to have some secret unlockables and stuff like that, it's gonna be just a little bit hard. And she gets to that section. That's really nice. That one is a there we go. And she gets it. Excellent. There you go.
So that's a charm that you can customize your skull with. I think that's the one that you mentioned, where it makes you hit enemies further away, and that's super useful if she does go for the twins fight.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because you can separate them easier.
Yeah, and so there's actually a kind of a trick you can do where when spoilers, when both the mice separate, you can kind of knock them away from each other, so they never get to
Oh yeah, that's what I did.
It's cool.
I don't want to say that I did that to some rats, but I cheesed them.
Cheesed them.
I am absolutely not sorry for puns. More to come.
It took me a moment to realize that. It made me pause.
That's probably like the best thing that could happen to you. Like not get it right away. That's I tend to like bad puns.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you, Revan. Oh, the twins! Okay, so yeah, exactly, perfect. So they have a minecart, and one of them is actually pushing the others to throw it at you. And I just realized now that it's probably because I had the ability that I could separate them. I thought that it was by default, but I assume you just don't hit hard enough if you don't have that specific ability to separate them.
It might be possible, I'm not sure, but it's way harder for sure.
Yeah, I assume so. It's such a cool fight! Oh! It was actually... Oh, that was pretty good. health. You
It
just
looks
try
like-
dude. It's perfect. Can you actually hit them? I didn't try, but can you actually hit them with the troll, the trolley? Oh.
With the yeah, you can.
Oh, so you can enter the trolley and.
Oh no, sorry, you can't.
Oh, okay.
You originally could, but I disabled it because it would happen by accident so much, and it was
Um,
more of a hindrance than it was helping.
So Mandalore is going to see that as progression, which sadly it's not, but he's going to get more stuff. He actually wins that fight. He's going to try to feed the twins, and yeah. Right, he's getting the hang of it. That's really nice. Ooh, all right. Oh my. All right. He'll need some time to heal, but he definitely can't seem to catch a break here. Oh, he does. Oh.
This fight definitely takes some practice.
Oh, absolutely. It is much better than I was the first, like, I don't know, 20 times I did it. During that time, Dad Casual is coming back to the earlier section where she needs to go. The question here, actually, she's got a very good opportunity to gain the advantage here because Mandalore is in a completely optional section of the game, and she seems to be wanting to go in the same direction he is. But yeah, okay, excellent. If she goes left and left again, I think we are actually on track. She's actually going to be on track to.
Yeah, definitely. If she keeps going left, she's ahead of Mandalore.
Excellent. All right, she gets the right idea. When Mandalore came here, he actually traces. Oh, actually, maybe she will.
Going back.
And
Or maybe she's just exploring up there.
She's fine. Yeah, she gets the right idea, and that's where you want to go, up the mountain. There you go. She absolutely takes first place if it means anything. And so, like I said, there's going to be 2 mandatory bosses, as far as I know. And that next boss is going to be where we got the time, right?
Yeah, that's that would be the last boss in the demo, and then just after that boss, there's a little prompt where you start dancing, and that would be the time to say you've won the demo or won the you beat the game.
Oh yeah. So new enemies here, a lot of lasers, and these guys actually have a little. Okay. And they give you a vibe of Metal Gear Solid, where you actually never want to meet their laser, and as long as you don't, they don't shoot you. There you go. Very clever use of the. Like she could slap without being full height, and then she wouldn't be seen.
Yeah, that was perfect.
And now she can save, and perfect. She is on the mountain and should restart here if anything bad's happened, which it will. This next section got me stumped for a little while. That was complex. I liked it, but it's rough.
That casual's at a bit of a disadvantage too, because maybe she realised it. Because she doesn't realise that you can walk up and down the walls without having to jump.
That section's gonna be rough. Oh wow. Okay, that's good. Right, we're ready. And she's gone, but that's fine. She learned, and now she knows a lot more. I like that every time you die, your blood gets to reattach the skull every time, and that actually goes by super fast. So you can start moving without having your head on. That's perfect. Less downside for not playing.
Yeah, it's something I made sure to do. Like I said, I don't want to slow down the player whatsoever, and I don't want to take away control from the player, or as least as possible.
That's a design philosophy I can absolutely get behind, and I know here in chat that the speedrunners will all agree with that. When developers realize who they're trying to, appeal to. Obviously, this is not just a speedrun game, but there are already in the option menu a speedrun timer, so there's always that. It's nice to know what people will want, and obviously, unskippable cutscenes and stuff like that is things you want to avoid as much. And I really like to see that you went full on, full speed ahead. You can always play it. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's also it's kind of a cheat in a way where One of the reasons I love speedrunners is because they're really good at finding bugs, and I don't have a testing team.
You do now.
I do now. But the problem is then I have to refrain myself from fixing the bugs because I'm like, but it's really good for speedrunning.
Well, I think pretty much every speedrunner will understand when a game is like casual breaking. They will want it to be fixed. Like they understand they want the game to be alive and more people coming in. It's just sometimes bugs are just like there's no chance a casual player will stumble upon it, and it makes the speedrun more interesting. So why are people fixing those? I never understood.
Yeah. Like there's a bunch of bugs that maybe we'll get to see if Mr. Bo manages to get time to stream his run. But there's a ton of little bugs that I could fix so easily, but they're so rare that a normal player would actually experience them. That it's more fun for the speedrunner just to leave them in.
Again, very good philosophy. I like it.
And none of them are game breaking as well. If they were game breaking, I would have to cut them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. She gets that little block section. She's actually pretty much on the top. There we go. Oh. There is a secret up there that she doesn't need to go to, and she doesn't go to it. Perfect.
Okay. They activated the elevator, which is it helps you get up if you don't want to have to do that whole section again. The good thing is they've activated it now, so if they do go back down, they don't have to worry about getting confused.
I'm sure hard.
I missed it. I missed the boss fight. I missed they just beat the
twins.
twins.
Mandalord. Oh, and he gets that he can actually wall fling and then go up. That's perfect. But again, he gets to kill an extra boss, but that boss not being mandatory, that casual has pretty good lead now. I'm pretty sure that Mandalord will now understand, and I hope that he will get that. Pretty much the only places that he haven't got to is that section in the beginning, but he might not remember, so that might be a little bit more complicated. That's actually a staple in pretty much every Metroidvania that I remember is when you get your first ability, go back to the beginning.
Yeah, it's a neat trick to kind of make you backtrack, because then you realise that it's in your brain that backtracking is actually important, and you're going to have to go back to places you didn't before.
All right. And actually, I never got to get there. That's the first screen I have never seen. I think, and I might be wrong, but I think I've seen runners of this game can actually use the elevator as a spring, or am I? Oh, you cannot cling to these.
Yeah, so any walls with like little rocks poking out, you can't cling to. So there is momentum physics in these platforms.
She needs to jump once she's at the full speed of platform.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, Frogly, there you go. Man, that casual had a very rough start getting used to like how the game works, but now she's rolling.
She's very close to the final.
Nice.
Well, final was for the demo.
She did die, but I mean she's not too far behind, so that's good. During that time, Mandalord track back and go. Will he go down? He needs to go to the left, but he wouldn't know that, obviously. So he's just going to explore a little bit more, which is fine.
Yeah, it's I've spoken to a lot of streamers while they play the game, and it's really hard not to backseat game. So I'm happy that I can't actually speak to these speedrunners.
Obviously.
But no, that way. No, that way.
Oh, I never understood that you could with the plants. You could down stab them to. Oh, that's the Rat King ability. The twins, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, and then you can use it on the plants. Oh, that's actually so cool.
You can use it on the plants and any enemy that you can hit, including the plants. You can bounce off now. It's really helpful in the fight.
Yeah, I got it from the rats, but I didn't understood or inferred that you could actually do it from spike bits. Well, the plants are pretty much spike bits, right? And wow, that's so cool. That's a very interesting mechanic. So as soon as you've got this ability, Like if when the games get a little bit longer, maybe speedrunner will consider getting that ability to get through other sections faster, even though that's not mandatory at all. Oh,
Definitely. I've been thinking of a way to do a skip that you need that ability for, because I really want players to get that ability during a speedrun. I want that to be optimal because it's just a fun ability. But I'm still trying to think of a skip you can do. So Jack Casual has just found the last boss in the demo.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be scary. I've seen that from the Okay, you can get there only from behind. I saw it in the trailer, and that's gonna be scary for sure.
It's also lacking the pogo ability, which means the fight is going to be a little bit harder than it could be.
Oh. So you can cling on those walls, though, right?
Yeah.
And it's that. Oh yeah, that's a save point just before. Perfect. She just has to figure out this boss now.
Yeah, on the home stretch.
Yeah. A lot of lasers, and tracking. Okay, all right. And yeah, she could have pogoed there if she had the ability. Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, when he's doing the attack where he just swipes sideways, yeah, he can just literally keep bouncing on his head.
Aha, there we go.
I say him, it's a robot. It hasn't got a gender.
It's a thing. Oh, all right. Hey, she got a little bit further. So, like you said, home stretch. She's just gonna learn those mechanics and get good at it. And yeah, we're gonna get to see the end of this game pretty darn soon. If I think he's got two. Like, isn't there a part where we actually shoot projectiles instead of lasers as well? Or am I forgetting? Or remembering wrong?
Shoots projectiles. No, but there is a phase 2 that you'll.
Oh yeah, there is a phase 2. All right. I am not sure she actually ever healed herself as a...
Oh, you think they haven't realized that they can heal? Maybe.
Mandalore definitely knows about it. He's using it all the time. I don't know that she did. I mean, not that there would be a lot of time to actually do that during this battle. Like, you don't want to be a sitting duck for sure.
Yeah, there's only a couple moments during this fight that you can actually heal.
Yeah,
and even then it's quite tight.
And it's time you could actually be attacking as well. So when the laser goes straight down, so like now, but then you kind of need to go. Oh no! She cornered herself.
Oh, I really thought Mandalore was going to go left then, but he was only going to the checkpoint.
Aha! Just to go back a little bit faster. Oh, there we go. Okay. She needs to cling to the wall soon. There we go. She's getting pretty good at dodging his abilities now.
Yeah, she's definitely learning the kind of movement you need to master for this boss.
Yes. And I like games that don't take you by the hands too much, so it's nice. Oh wow, the boss comboed her twice. Hit her into the laser. That's pretty mean. Wow. Oh, and laser.
I really want to see Mandalore go to the second zone.
I think he's really trying to get that ability here.
He really wants it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually good. I don't think I ever got it because, obviously the...
So if you look on Mandalore's screen, you see where he's trying to jump across. If you look directly above that, there's a thing that can drop down.
Yes.
So if he comes from the other side, you can knock that down, and that lands on the spikes, and that means you can just jump over easily. He's trying to pogo off the spikes, which is definitely an option, but it just looks very hard.
Yeah, it definitely does. I never found the because I did explore that room a lot as well, and died a lot to it for sure. I didn't understand. I saw the block you can make fall down, but I never found where, because you need to strike them from above, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I never found the above part of it. But that's why secrets are nice. If you don't figure it out, if you figure it out too quickly, then maybe it's not a good secret.
It's definitely a very mean thing for me to do, because it's not very obvious whatsoever. That you should knock that down, and it's very not obvious where you have to go to knock that to actually get above that as well. It's kind of somewhere completely unexpected that you just have to stumble across.
Uh-huh.
But he really wants that charm.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of complex because as soon as you start, wanting to input some rights, it also controls where your tentacle is going to go next. So even though he seems like he's like not understanding how to pogo, it's not that he's trying to go right, and as soon as he does, his next slap won't be below; it's going to be right. So that's definitely like the reasoning, or like why it's so hard, or why it's harder than you might think it is. Oh,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
tried to go for the fancy eel here. Style points.
I'm really not used to watching two streams at the same time. I ended up just watching one for ages and then forgetting the other one's there.
That's why we work as a team, right?
Yep, you're the professional.
Very professional. Alright, so laser time is going pretty good. Oh, nope. And she won't be able to find some time to heal for sure.
I really think Mandalord's I think he believes, which is fine. It's a Metroidvania, so anything's possible. I think he believes that that charm is needed to continue.
Yeah, it could very well be a new ability like that Kling got. So if that or the Pogo, so if that's one of those,
I would never be that mean to make someone to do that.
well, like you said, there's actually multiple solutions to that problem. So
Yeah.
it's mean, but I mean it's kind of fair still. Oh. All right. First time that that casual actually made the boss fall, and so very scary. She didn't know or understand that it was a time for free hits, and that makes a lot of sense. I would definitely have done the same.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to explode.
Oh no! Really? Wow, that was his death, right?
That was the start of his phase 2, but
Okay,
it gives you a chance to heal.
All right. She didn't clear actually, so that's fine. But wow, like she doesn't know, so it's gonna be a heartbreaker for sure.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely gonna think that he was about to die there.
Oh yeah. Ouch. Right.
It's like
Mandalore
Mandalord's
decided to go, somewhere else. Try to go into that section.
That's good. It's good that he's given up trying to get that charm. Hopefully he's gonna find the route. It's quite important for me to watch this kind of stuff as well, because it's never the player's fault. It's always it's my fault, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I know now that it might be not obvious enough to go back to the start of the run. It's never the player's fault. It's always a game design thing. So it's very interesting that I'm gonna have to try and think of a way to make that stick in people's mind more when they remember that they couldn't go up there right at the start, because at the start of the game you're always bombarded with information, right?
Yes.
So as a viewer, it's a lot easier to remember that, but as a game, when you're actually playing the game, it's a lot harder because you're also trying to figure out everything else.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. And it's actually very nice to have, I assume, as a game developer, to have like some kind of access to watching people play your game in general, like streaming, but obviously here too as well. So like you said, it's just like you can see firsthand like what things come up often, and you can adjust. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely. It's a product like any other product. Imagine making a new product for, I don't know, the kitchen, a new kind of knife for the kitchen, and then never actually giving it to someone to try out before you start selling it. Like,
Yeah.
it would be mental, right?
Yes.
Because you already know what you're meant to do with it, so you can't presume that everyone else will.
Absolutely.
Mandalor's back trying to get that charm.
Mm-hmm.
I actually know if it's possible to get that charm with Pogo. It'll be very interesting to see if he does.
Yeah, that seems a little bit complex, to be honest. Like I said, you just cannot input both movement and down slaps at the same time, so I don't know that it's going to be, easy to do for sure.
He just equipped thorns, and the way that works is when you take damage, you kind of explode and you do some damage around you, which
Mhm.
means that he will probably take damage from the spikes or the plants,
All
and
right.
that's going to create thorns. That's going to probably kill the thing that's killing him. So you might actually have to do it now.
During that time, some slapping going on onto that boss. That casual, that specific run of it right now is pretty darn good. Movement's a little bit tighter, really like that. She definitely knows what she's doing now. Use the time where he beams down to get some slaps in. Ooh!
Yeah, I think this is the one. I think she's got this. Yeah, that's
Well,
phase
there's
2.
the phase 2. That's going to be a little bit scary, though. Because she doesn't
Oh
know.
no! Okay, she didn't do enough damage during phase 1 for it to trigger phase 2, which means she's going to have to stay in this phase a little bit longer.
Oh, that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Come on, come on. Oh. No! Taking her time. That's what you want to see. Oh, she tried to go a little bit too tight here, and but her movement is getting pretty darn good. I really like seeing that in action, and yeah, we're definitely seeing phase 2 soon.
So she's testing her limits somehow. It's very important in this boss, what I think she's figured out is when he's doing the downward laser, you can just run left and right, like up below him, and you don't have to kind of jump around him constantly.
Yeah.
I've seen her do that a few times, so it's definitely a good learning process.
Absolutely, and I like that she actually uses to go like up here to open up the boss. Sometimes she triggers the laser. Oh nope, that's wow, lucky her, but sadly.
Yeah, this is like what I mentioned before, when sometimes I'll stop trying to fight the boss and I'll just try to focus on understanding how the boss works and just trying to dodge abilities. That seems like what she's doing now. It's a very good strategy when you're struggling on a boss to understand how the boss works.
Alright, there she goes. I mean, we can't underestimate how impressive Mandalore's resolve is, to be frankly honest.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely wants that tag, and like you said, he doesn't know it. It's not necessary, but I mean, yes, let's go. Not even trying to go somewhere else and see if there's extra content somewhere else. Just, go for it.
He's dedicated. I envy his dedication.
Yes. Alright. Pretty clean dodging on that casual side. Sadly here.
Mandalore's getting really good at the run up to this charm though.
Oh yeah. Practice something a million times.
I don't know if these players have played Hollow Knight. But a lot of Hollow Knight. Oh no. A lot of Hollow Knight players, they get used to the fact when you hit an enemy, it bounces you back. And this game doesn't do that, so it can be hard to get used to.
Makes sense.
I think that casual's gonna get this very soon now.
Yeah. She did again got to phase 2, but died at the same time she killed it.
Oh, that's the second time.
Yes.
That's unlucky.
If she really thinks that's it, then she's gonna be really pissed to know, that I had it, but then again, absolutely not. But she doesn't know, so all right, it's good. Right.
I'm glad there hasn't been too many bugs or issues at the moment. That's good.
Nothing weird happened.
Right at the start, there was the issue with the controller when they couldn't jump properly. And I did notice another bug that I didn't mention. But apart from that, it's going well.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. We saw most of the game. Mandalore showed us the twins. That casual showed us progression. So that's pretty cool. And we...
it actually worked out really well in that regard.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Slap the boss, get some damage in. Pretty nice. Right. Some slaps in.
This is when there's an opportunity to heal, when he's doing that attack.
Yes. But like I said, I'm not sure that she knows. I don't think I've seen her use it once.
It's true. It's very true.
Wow. She took the risky way, dropping down as the laser went on. Oh, she's gonna get it. Oh no, too late! Wow! Let's go! Let's go, excitement. Yeah, she probably got a little bit excited here, thinking that she was gonna die, and then being like, oh, I'm alive. Wait, what?
It's actually very impressive that she's got this far without healing.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was a. Oh wow. Okay, she decides to take
She's
the
resetting. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You don't want to lose like a quarter of your health on like a mistake here.
Yeah, not when resetting's this fast.
Exactly, yeah. Alright, we're gonna try to see if we can make it work, but we're gonna call the race at the 1 hour mark, so 5 minutes to go for both runners. We're mostly gonna see if they both can get what they set themselves to.
Yeah. Landelot's going for the charm.
Oh yeah. Third time.
I'm really rooting for him. I really want him to get that charm.
Absolutely. Especially considering that's not like how it's supposed to be got. So that's pretty nice if you can, sequence break a little bit.
Yeah.
Not necessarily sequence break, but
I can't actually remember what that charm is or what it does, to be honest, so it could be sequence breaking.
But yeah, Revan, absolutely. This fight with the boss is actually very nice. And it's not easy. I mean, definitely you just will want to sneak in another extra hit every now and then, and you're going to put yourself in more danger, especially in the speedrun setting. So.
Oh yeah, Jake, he can. He definitely can.
Game changer. There you go. Oh wow! All right. She gets extra hits every time. All right. Oh yeah. Is there a mechanic? I can't get to see. Is there a mechanic where the boss goes faster the more hits it takes?
No.
Okay.
It stays at the same pace. I didn't want to be too mean. I'm glad I didn't, 'cause it's already quite a challenging boss.
Yeah.
I'm actually learning so much watching this, because I know the healing prompt, and showing you how to heal needs to be more in your face, so it happens more often. Because like I said, it's never the player's fault, it's always the game designer's fault. So yeah, I need to teach the player that healing is a thing.
Yeah.
And I also need to make that initial climb more prominent. So like Mandalore would have remembered it.
Huh. Oh, there's some of it. Oh, yeah. Okay, phase 2.
Okay, now phase 2 is going to be interesting because I would say it might even have a bigger learning curve than the first phase. But if you realise what to do, which I think that casual might have already, then it's not too bad.
Uh-huh. Oh, there we go.
It's basically the VHS when it just bounces along the screensaver. It just bounces on the sides of the wall. You just kind of it's going to hit next and where it's going to bounce to.
Since we're going to be a little bit short on time, can you actually make sure that we have
Mr. Butter?
Yes, Mr. Butter, ready if he wants to actually join in.
Can do.
So we're going to get to the top of the hour very soon.
Just messaging him now.
Yeah.
The optimum route is super fast, so you wouldn't. It's not going to run over time unless he dies, which you might. But,
which you might. We're also gonna, bring back both our runners before that, while the setup is going on, to actually have them in an interview, a quick interview. So if you have any questions you want to ask in chat, for sure. But also, I assume you do have some Stevie questions about their experience and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, definitely will.
Right, Metalord actually going to some new area.
Mr. Butter did say he's ready to go when we are.
All right, excellent.
So we're gonna host Mr. Butter, right? Does he need to do anything special, or is he just
We're gonna
is he gonna
need
switch over?
So we're gonna need somebody from Speed Gaming to actually change the layout, I think.
Okay, I'll message someone. It's okay. Okay, this is one of the final runs that casual can have to try and see that end fight. It's going pretty well. Mandalord's just gone back to the start.
Oh, there we
he's
go.
just realised. That's good.
There you go.
He's probably so happy right now. Finally.
As you can see, his practice movement goes a long way to actually clear that section really fast. I like it.
Yeah. So if he went right, if he goes right and then down, if he figures out and goes down, he can actually get the charm that he's been trying to get for so long.
Ah, so that's from where you get it. Ah. Oh yeah, that music once you get to the laser thingy the first time, man.
Yeah, it's a scary track to start. Maybe Mandalord's just gonna get to the boss and then one-shot him, take the glory.
All right, I'll actually go and fetch that casual and bring her into the live portion so she can answer some questions. So if you have some in chat and obviously Stevie as well, I'll go fetch her in a second. I'll be back.
Okay. I think Mandalord is I don't know who wins if Mandalord gets to the boss now and ends in the same place as that casual has stopped playing. I think that the glory should go to that casual seeing as she stopped playing. It would be kind of mean.
And she should be here. Hello, that casual.
Hey.
Hello.
Thank you so very much for the run.
That was an adventure.
Thanks for playing.
You're welcome. It was a lot of fun and a lot of pain, I must say.
Yeah.
My nemesis is by far the first jump at the start. I don't understand.
First, oh yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, but you actually you had a rougher start. Like Mandalore took the lead definitely quickly, but then at some point I don't know what happened, what clicked, but you just understood movement and then you went, zoom in. So you actually won the race. Mandalore never got to the boss. He's actually reaching it soon, but he's not there yet. And he fought an extra boss he never actually encountered.
Oh, nice.
So it's the question I've been wondering. Did you know you could heal?
No, I didn't know.
I
Can do that.
Yeah. There's a red bar below your health, and once you hit X amount of time, you can actually spend the red bar to recover 1 health. It takes a lot of time, so it's really hard to do the Ring of Fight. But yeah, you can recover one of your 4 health using that red bar.
Yeah, I don't think it put you at a huge disadvantage because, like you said, it's hard to do during a fight anyway.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna go try and see if I can bring back, Mandalore as well while we are setting to change to the other speedrunner. He should. I don't know if his stream is up, but he should be on deck.
Yeah, he just paused the stream. Waiting. He's ready to go.
Perfect.
So, that Casual, what did you think overall of the demo? And you can be as mean as you want.
No, I liked it a lot actually. I think it's a very hard game, at least for me. I'm not very good at platformer anyway, but I liked it, and I very like when you get the power up where you can just hang on walls. It's my favorite part by far. I like being a ninja, so I like this part a lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it.
And boss fight were really cool. I couldn't kill the second one. It was really hard, but I liked the first one a lot. It was cool.
Good,
and the second one was actually where the demo ended. So there was only 2 phases, like the one where he bounces on walls, and it was the final mile. If you actually gone through that, you would have just cleared the whole thing. So you were pretty darn close, honestly.
Yeah. So
Nice.
you skipped a fight that which was completely optional, which is good for a speedrun.
Nice.
And yeah, you were literally right at the end of the demo, really.
Yes.
So close.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I don't know if you can introduce our runner, Mr. Butter, but we are ready to go when he is. So if you want to count him down as well.
Yeah. So
whenever he's ready.
So Mr. Butter he's currently I want to say second, unless something's changed while I've been speaking to you, in the which you could have in the speedrunning of this demo. So you're going to see a lot of little neat tricks that he does, because he's obviously played it way more than the blind runners just have. So he's going to be showing some neat tricks and trying to beat his record. So yeah, I'm just going to count him down now.
All right. But yeah, I really wanted to say that I really appreciated, especially the boss fight against the laser robot. That Casual, it was really nice to see you learn the pattern and moving a little bit less and doing more optimized movement during that boss fight. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
Nice. I tried a lot of different strategies, but it was it was really hard for me to find the right one. At the end, I think I was very close to kill him, but I couldn't manage.
Yeah, it definitely was close. That second phase got you that last time, but yeah. And especially like at least 2 times you ended up dying at the same time you dealt damage to him and he started to flash and glow. I don't know if you thought that you died at the same time as you killed it.
I thought actually I was gonna kill him, and we died at the same time. This is what I thought. I didn't realize at the time that this was the second phase. Yeah, I thought I was pretty close. It was very frustrating.
Yeah, for sure. So we have our speedrun right now. So he actually went through the wall. Probably like when he changes states, collision doesn't work as much at that time.
It's a neat little trick where if you're right next to the wall when you switch states, you teleport through the wall. It's a neat little time save. He also took some damage then on purpose to get a little speed.
Yeah, damage boosting here, I definitely can get behind that. Especially in a game like this, I assume he's not going to take a lot of like save points either. So that's very scary, of course.
Yeah, he took the save point right at the beginning, and he plans to die right
there we go.
the boss fight to teleport back.
Yeah, Death Warp for sure. That makes a lot of sense, and that's a strategy you've seen a lot of speedruns from Metroidvania. So that makes a lot of sense actually.
And he will make this look easy, but it is hard. He just played a lot of the game.
All right. Do we have Mandalore now?
Yep, Discord has
Hello.
crashed. I'm back.
Hey, hello Mandalore. Thank you so much for the run.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you for playing, man.
It was pretty fun, except for the part where I tried for, I think, half an hour to get through the spikes with the pogo sticks.
You really wanted that charm, man.
I don't know if it was a bonus point or anything. It looked like a collectible. I really wanted it, but not sure if I did something wrong or if I just
So
wasn't good enough. to
no,
go
no, no,
through.
no. I don't know if that's possible. No one's ever got to that charm by bouncing off on the spikes like you were trying. So it's good to know that it's either really hard or impossible. Yeah, I've definitely learned.
It could have been possible if, on one try, the plant caught me, and I had a few frames of invincibility, and if I noticed that I wasn't dead yet, I think I could have gone through and got that, but, well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to add an achievement for getting that with Pogo and call it the Mandalore
The
achievement.
Mandalore Space Special. Yep, absolutely. But it was really nice to see you actually decide, like, okay, I might not win, but it doesn't matter. I'm doing this, and I'm gonna get through that. It was a lot of fun to see you try, and obviously that was unintended. But I mean, that's what speedrunning is all about: is not necessarily trying to go for how the game is supposed to be played, but just let's try and break it. But
Having no idea how to progress through the level, I thought, well, those looks like bonuses. It kind of look like the next level with the water and the
oh yeah, the sewer.
slime thingies. So I thought, well, is this the right way to do it?
Oh yeah, it does kind of look like that. Yeah, I never made that connection.
But at the end, you got the right idea. Going back through the mountain was the way to go. And so you were pretty much at the final stretch because then you climbed the mountain, there was a boss there, and that would have been the end of the demo. So you weren't that far away. That Casual actually fought the boss for like the better part of, I'd say, 15 minutes. She got to phase 2, and she was very close. There was only 2 phases, so she got pretty close to the end. But
I think that the stream had already ended, but I got to the final boss. And
you did?
Since I practiced the pogo stick for like half an hour, I just got on its head and jumped until I killed it. Except for the spiked part, well.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, the
awesome.
spike part is a little bit different, for sure. It's a little bit more complex. Wow, and during the time we only had a chance to talk about it, Mr. Butter is already almost done, so yeah,
You went
pretty
super speedy.
Oh yeah.
Let me just check what the record is real quick.
All right. But yeah, how was your experience, Mandalore? We didn't actually ask.
It was pretty good. Had I known where to go through the levels, if I had a first look at the game, I think it would have been way easier.
Yes.
But in general, it was pretty good. I'm not that into platformers usually, but well, it was nice.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've learned a lot just by watching you guys play, so I'm grateful. So yeah, it's a really fun, and I'm happy that you played it.
Thanks a lot for inviting us.
No problem.
All right. So there is I think it's a Link to the Past run going forward, if I'm not wrong. So we'll leave the floor to them. But just quickly, I want to take a second to say thank you very much, Mandalore and That Casual, for coming in today. Speedrunning while blind is definitely something that takes courage, and I'm very, very impressed that you guys went as far as you did. Very nice.
Thank you for having us. It was a nice experience.
And a giant thank you to Use TV. That was super fun to do and get to showcase and experience and try to understand what was going on, and I really, really had a good time. So yeah, let's take a second to say that this game is going to be on, well, it's already on Kickstarter as of today, right?
Yeah, I'll post the link in chat.
Absolutely. So take a second and go and look at it. You don't need to give if you can't, but if you can, Stevie is a fantastic developer. Like you said, you've heard his development philosophy during this little stream, and you can see that he's definitely the right type of person to be making games, thinking about the experience of the players, and saying, stuff like, if something goes wrong, it's my fault, I can fix it. That's exactly the type of people I really want to see making games. So thank you so much for being a developer for sure.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. There's a speedrunning competition if you want to do what just Mr. Butler's just done. If you come in the top 10, you get your name in the credits. If you come first, you get a statue to be placed in the game. You don't have to back the project to take part. You can just have fun and take part if you like. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Where would we go for that? Is that on the Zapling Bygone's Discord?
So yeah, the link I just put in chat that has all the information about not just the Kickstarter but also the competition.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Speed Gaming, as well, for making this show a possibility, and thank you very much, chat, for being awesome. This is thanks to you that these shows make sense, and it's super fun to experience with you guys. Love you so much. Have a great evening, and yep, have fun. Bye-bye.
Bye.